council in your selection and in the process. At the May 13th, 2025 council business meeting, the city council requested that staff post the city manager position for 90 days. The posting went live on May 16th. It was posted on LinkedIn, ICMA as a featured job, FCCMA, Florida City Jobs, Florida League of Cities, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and the city website. The 90-day posting ended on August the 15th. We received over 100 resumes or applications. Council received weekly updates with the resumes, and I sent acknowledgement emails to each one of the applicants. The advertisement brochure that council approved listed the following desired qualifications: a bachelor's degree in public administration, business administration, or related field, a minimum of 8 years of progressive responsibility in a city manager's office, a department head, military leadership, strong background in municipal water, wastewater, and stormwater, ICMA credentials, and municipal budgeting. Also, a combination of education and experience that provided the required knowledge and skills would also be considered. We received 112 resumes. However, one applicant sent 2 resumes. One applicant sent a picture with no resume, and one applicant just sent a cover letter. And we had 4 applicants withdraw prior to the closing of the position. So this next slide is a cursory view of the candidates' qualifications. We had 90 applicants have bachelor's degrees, 69 had master's degree, 1 had an ICMA certified credentials, and 3 had state-specific credentials. 22 have experience in a city manager's office or a county administration office. 17 have military background. 6 applicants appear to have some experience in water or wastewater and stormwater, and over 36 applicants have budget experience. So we're here today to get council's direction on how you want to narrow down the list. We've received Councilman Miller, Councilman Pontieri, and Councilman Gambero's list. So we've compiled those, but we have not received the mayor, Councilman Sullivan.
I would look. Do you have some specific people you want to highlight?
I do, Mr. Mayor.
Go right ahead.
Thank you very much.
Before, just let me stop.
Well,
Yeah. Since I haven't made my selections yet, I think I should just excuse myself while you do this. So, because it might.
city attorney
Definitely
disagrees.
shake his head. What I would say, Councilman Gambaro, I would suggest that we come to a consensus of what Ms. Pontieri said about the people would have to have at least 3 votes to move forward. That's paramount, because we've already been through this one time before. And I would hold your comments about the people until, because we're going to have to table this until a future date, hopefully.
Right, because we won't have at least one list, so to speak. And that I guess that was my question too. If we're providing, so similar to like the RFP process where we go online and we rank and score, and then that was brought together by staff, and then they brought us those. Is that how we want to do it? Or are we like voting on these, or how?
Well, my understanding is that we were, looked at narrow.
Because we're looking for 25, right?
25.
I've looked at all of them. I'm coming back with 2. So, and ththose are my 2. How you guys want to do with the rest of the delta of those 25? Up to you guys, but
Well, if you got 2, I'm certain that it's in my top 25, probably.
Probably.
Probably, yes.
City manager, when would be the next time we'll be able to visit this topic?
Your next workshop is scheduled for September the 9th. So if you would like to add this to that workshop, we can.
Is it a heavy workload for that shop?
We have several items already scheduled, and then we just added the USTA item. So,
Okay.
Yes.
I would say, how about at least 3 or 4 days before that next workshop, we get Ms. Fuller and the city manager our top 25. That way we already have that submitted before we ever come in here and we can go from there.
We'll know
And try,
which ones have more than
and try to narrow it down to the ones that got at least 3 head nods from us.
Yeah, so I think that was the attempt today. So I think what you guys could do is if you send them in to Ms. Fuller, she can put them all together and then she can categorize them like people who have 3 votes or more.
Okay. Does that sound good to you, Ms. Fuller?
Absolutely.
This is,
That works, like, that's a starting point, right?
yes.
And so we know, okay, we got 18 that have 3 votes, and then if we want to go to 25, we could. If not, whatever. Or if you got
I
a,
don't know how many will come out of that.
or if you have a person that doesn't have 3 votes, but you want to advocate for them at that point,
Yeah.
that would make sense as well.
That sounds reasonable. That
So
sounds
th-
completely reasonable.
Can we just keep going on the rest of the schedule? Because we want this to be your process and you to give Ms. Fuller as much information that you need to help with your decision making. So if we're going to move the top 25 scoring to the 9th, then do you want us to bring back this discussion on your next workshop would be, I believe it's September 23rd, and then you could narrow down to your top 8 or somewhere in there, 5 to 8. What would you need from the candidates to submit to you to help you with your narrowing down? We have resumes right now. The last time this was done, Mr. Thomas had videos of the candidates, white paper presentations, just Mayor, maybe some of your background here in HR would help. What would you like to see to help narrow down the candidates?
I've got a couple thoughts just kind of right off the bat. So, given that we went through a process recently, one, so just want to make sure we're gonna feed Ms. Fuller all the information, and on our next workshop, they're gonna come back. She's gonna come back with the 25.
Well,
Yes.
with the results of our
The results
consensus.
of our rack and stack. Yeah.
So can I ask a question on that? Do you just want to see the people who have the 3 votes, or you want to see all?
Well,
I think the top 25, right?
Okay.
Top 25.
and we can advocate if we need to.
So if there's 18 that have 3, but there's 7 that only have 2, something to that effect. Or if it comes back like 27, there's 9 of them tied for that last 7 spots. That way we can decide between the 9.
I don't think we should need anything else from them working up to this city manager,
To get to 8?
because we don't know what the outcome is going to be. Yeah, we're going to have to wait until we narrow it down to like maybe 5 or 8, and then go from there before we ask for any additional follow-ups from the.
Well, I just have some additional thoughts, just for you guys to consider as and Mr. Mayor, I can hold off, but I think seeing how they, having an understanding of our vision, our 2050 vision, and how they have a plan to maybe pursue that if they were to be selected as our city manager. I think the presentation, how they present matters, right? Because I think that was a determining factor last time, and I think their ability to, we'll call it a white paper, present in writing as well, some ideas. So just something to think about as we move into the next phase. I'll have to discuss further, but I just kind of, after conducting an after-action review on the last one, that those are really important parts of our process, I think, and having that discussion.
I think to the point, video, something like that, shows me how someone interacts, how well they can speak, how well they can communicate their ideas. So I'd be interested in seeing that as well at some point. I don't know where in
That
the
won't
process.
happen until we cut it down.
We've got to get past the 25 first before we're asking for, yeah. No, I think Steph is just asking so they know in advance on how to start preparing for that next level.
Yeah, and well, it also shows your computer literacy too, as far as being able to shoot a video from your laptop. Oh man! So are we good with that? We got consensus. We'll submit. Everybody submit 3 or 4 days before the 9th workshop.
Mine's already in.
Okay. Well, that leaves you and I. Dave.
Yep.
And I think I have like 30 that I still have on my sheet that I hadn't crossed out. Plus, I got those extra couple, 5 maybe. I forgot how many it was.
So is it remaining open at this point, or are we
It's closed.
Closed,
Okay.
yeah.
It's closed. So
It was the
we're not gonna do
15th, right?
more.
It closed on the 15th.
So we won't You won't get any more to add to the queue.
Have you given us the people who have been drawn? Do
Yes,
you have those names?
yes,
Are they in the book?
yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I saw
They're also
a
on the
couple, the ones in the
spreadsheet.
yellow.
There.
Um,
Yes,
I
they were in
didn't-
yellow.
Are you sure we had all those? Oh, they've already been removed.
There's also a link with all of them that was reactivated yesterday. So it should be live. I don't know how long it goes till from here on forward. If we can keep that open, like work with IT. But there's a link. So if you're missing anybody,
Okay.
you can download their specific resume.
I'm just filling in.
So,
I think Kaylee sent it out last week.
so are we good, city manager? You got the guidance you need?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Fuller?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, just one other area for consideration for us to think about outside of the guidance is, once we get to those 8, let's think about maybe what kind of background check we want done as we do some due diligence and checking outside of just a simple Google search or whatever the case may be. I know we've got a process that we already use, but if there's anything, additive that we think is important, as we get to the next workshop, I think it'd be good just to think about now as we look into it.
Okay. Are we good to go? We G to G? We're G to G. You want me to open public? We didn't make any decisions. You want me to open public comment? Okay. Anyone have any public comment? Have anyone looked at the resumes? Got any words of wisdom for it?
About wisdom, but I do think we need more transparency in this on the subject. I am aware that Amanda Reese filed to be part of this as well, and I feel like maybe her name alone is going to get her put in the trash. But I think we need to see these candidates up close and personal ourselves. You guys are going to drop it down to 25 people, and that might not be fair. We, as residents, would like to see what's going on too. Lists, and I don't know how much access we're allowed to have to their credentials or anything like that. But I think this all needs to be more transparent, and the community, the citizens, need to be able to see what's going on. But like I said, Amanda Reese is on that list, and I'd like to see her move forward, if not be considered as well. I don't know the whole background of all that, but she is a candidate for that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else? Ms. Hatfield? Do we,
Real quick, is that public record, the
I was getting ready to
resumes?
say public privacy.
Yes, it is. Actually, I think we had one who was
Requested.
former LE that they're exempt. and
Okay.
they've requested.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes,
O-
ma'am.
only the stuff that would be exempt, like if they're law enforcement, prior military. That would
The same exemptions that apply at like
Yeah.
all the public.
But they would have to apply it. It's not the city's responsibility to exempt them because they're not employees of the city.
Because I think I got an email from Doug's search, a lady saying, hey, take me off your website and stuff. Okay. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Hatfield.
In full Paulette Hatfield, in full transparency, trying to see all of the applicants in person would be a very expensive application, simply because over 50% of them are from other states. There's only 65, I believe, that are local, and that's not necessarily local Palm Coast. So I don't think that makes any sense. I think we have given you the opportunity. We've elected you to make the decisions, and I think that you can make them a lot better than any of us. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, we won't bring anyone in unless they're in
Fine.
serious consideration. We're not going to have a bunch of people coming in for the application. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Henry.
Denise Henry. I think it would be beneficial to know if there are any Palm Coast applicants, because it's only listed Florida's out of the 113.
Yes, ma'am. If you pull up their resumes, you can see where they live.
There are a bunch of them.
Okay, any further public comments? Seeing no one come forward, we'll bring it back to the dais. Anything else from us, Ms. Fuller? You need anything
Sure.
else? We got any follow-ups from the city council? No follow-ups? Okay, we're going to move the city council matters not on the agenda. Anybody got anything before we get out of here? We just did public.
Final public,
Oh, final.
non-agenda.
My final public comment. I'm sorry. Anyone for final public comment? Seeing no one come forward, we'll bring it back.
All right.
Matters not on the agenda. Anybody have anything for the group? Yes, sir.
College football kicks off this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
I was really impressed that through the golf course discussion that we had a conversation about lights in residential areas. And so I will tell you that I've begun a conversation with one of our county commissioners about seeing how we can expand the availability of fields for some of our sports leagues, maybe outside of City of Palm Coast properties, in order to help, in my estimation, to continue to try to address this issue about the lights in Ralph Carter Park. And I still think it's a quality of life issue, just like as it came up during the discussion of the golf course. But what I would like, and Marcus, if we could, Mr. Duffy, if we get some agreement here, properly notice it, and make sure it's a open to the public event, is I would like for each of you to join me at the corner of Rickenbacker and Richardson down in the R section at night when the lights are on, to come down and see what those lights look like. Because I think once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's not okay. And so I think so I'm asking you guys to join me, and the vice mayor, if she's listening, please come down and visit with us and visit with the residents, more than just Ms. Petruzzi, to see the effects of those lights. And I don't know if everybody's had an opportunity to actually go down there, stand there when the lights are on. And what I'm trying to do is also find an alternative to still allow our sports leagues to have an opportunity to still continue to play with the support that they need. So trying to push our way to a win, but I would like for you guys to join me. So any thoughts?
I've already been out there.
I've been out there several times as well. I'll come out there again. I mean, if that's...
I know there's light pollution, but, it's a park. It's a park. It's an established park, and they put the lights up years ago. So I don't think I need to go out there. It's just something that we have to live with. I lived over by Indian Trail Sports Complex. You probably still get some of that from your house.
You can see it up there in the atmosphere.
The only thing I get together I have not done that, but I would say that as far as I know, there was a proposal from the city to the Tourist Development Council to put in some additional lights on some of the fields here in Palm Coast. It wasn't accepted by the TDC, but that would be maybe a place to start. If that hasn't, I don't know where we are on that process, but if that hasn't been done, that would at least be a start where the city has already thought that it would be a good place to put the lights.
Well, Mr. Sullivan, the county moved the additional capital projects fund where those grants came out of to the beach. So that that grant funding is on hold right now.
Say again?
That
They moved
20%.
they moved the funding to the beach so that grant
Oh,
program.
I know it didn't get accepted.
Right.
What I'm saying, though, there's a plan for where they would go.
Yes, there is a plan.
So that would be a starting point along your lines, like other places for the lights to be put in.
So we did 4 diamond fields this summer, and then city manager, can you tell me? I know the other 2 fields, the rectangular fields, are planned.
Do we have it in 27's budget? I believe is the multi-purpose fields at the schools. That's the only remaining fields that need lights. It's in 27's budget.
Is what, 2 or 3 fields? 3.
3.
We have pricing, and then if the grant for the TDC comes again, we'll go for that,
Right.
those fields as well.
So it's not in your budget that's being proposed right now. It would be another fiscal year out.
But Mr. Gambaro was saying,
Let's find. Let's
gives you a place, an objective of where you might do that now.
Let's find an alternative we can maybe all agree on. I don't know if we will, but it's also an opportunity to expand and for, you know, our sports leagues to have something to also play on, you know, another field to play on, versus waiting 5, 6, however many years down the road.
Was there, you mentioned talking to county. Was there like is there an idea of where you're talking about for?
Fairgrounds is one idea.
Yeah, so they already have Babe Ruth there, right? But not, Babe Ruth is the baseball
They do,
fields.
but
Yeah.
like
And I can tell you,
in the back.
all these Palm Coast organizations also use Babe Ruth as well for those types of things, but those are diamond fields. We don't have rectangular.
Right, but I'm saying further out in.
Yeah, back
in-
behind there.
Into the fairgrounds, you know, and I've talked to the director of the extension service out there. I mean, there's options that, you know, we're going to continue to have these discussions.
We've always had options.
Yeah, and so, but will there be an investment? Sure. Is it a joint investment? Or do we wait, you know, 6, 8, 10 years down the road before we do that? I don't know. I'm working towards an alternative that we can all agree on, but I think it's important. And if you've already been out there, I encourage you to come back, but I think it's important to stand there when those lights are on, just to get that perspective.
I'll come back. I mean,
Okay.
like I
Thank
said,
you.
I've been there.
All right, so we got 3 of us.
Did you have anything else? No.
He's just making sure.
Understand what I was talking about. There was a project put forward by the city
It was, yeah.
to the TDC. And instead of doing that project, like we got $725,000 for the Southern Recreation Center 2 years before. The next 2-year program, you had a proposal. My point is, you've already done a proposal to put lights at fields. It wasn't approved.
That was for the baseball, softball, and we
And,
and we
6
move
through
for-
8 as
and we
well.
move forward.
Yes.
They're
So
actually
you are still going forward with it.
yes.
Yeah, we're still trying to pay for it one way or
The
another.
TDC now is suspended capital projects, so there's no hope there for a couple of years.
I will take a ride out to the fairgrounds. I hadn't been out there in a while to take a look and see what kind of problem.
Yeah, appreciate any help, you know. Yeah, let's look at options.
There's plenty of space out there to the left of the big rodeo.
And
If it's not wet. If it's,
that's where the funds are going to come in to fill that area in.
yeah.
If you go down the road, there's two fields, like 2 Little League fields you can put in right there, right along the road, and then you can go in the back over.
I think our biggest shortfall is those rectangular fields, though.
Well, Little League field.
Yeah, I mean, we have 8 fields for Little League, and then the county has Babe Ruth, so you know there's 4 or 5.
There's a lot of room out there.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get us to a win-win on this issue, and I appreciate it. So I guess City Manager, if Kendra can help maybe coordinate a time for all of us and make sure we notice it correctly. That way we're all there and public can attend. I appreciate it. That's good meeting today. I think we tackled a lot of lingering issues, and I think the second meeting in a row we've tackled some issues that we've just needed some final resolution on. But I appreciate the partnership and walking through them, and good meeting. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anything, Mr. Sullivan? No, that's it. Mr. Miller? City Attorney, City Attorney has nothing? City Manager?
Have your joint cities county meeting tomorrow. I believe at 6. Yes, and Mayor, you're our representative as well as Councilmember Miller.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
TPO tomorrow as well, tomorrow morning.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Can I get a motion?